Hello, and welcome to What You Need to Know, where we give you the lowdown on all things Wheel of Time. I'm your host, Technivorous, and if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Today's episode will be a broader course on the wheel in general and an attempt to give you the gist of things thematically. Let's call this a primer, a quick guide to the world of Wheel of Time to prepare you for a longer, deeper journey down the rabbit hole. That said, let's jump right into it. The Wheel of Time is an epic high fantasy saga spanning several volumes. The series covers the usual journey of a small-town hero and his companions, led by a wiser, older, sage-like character, on a quest to save the world from certain doom, were he not to do the right thing. This is a standard fantasy trope, and while on the surface it looks like this is the Wheel of Time in a nutshell, if you assumed it was just another version of the hero's journey, you would be very, very wrong. You would also be right, but it's all too easy to oversimplify something and make assumptions, as I did before beginning this saga. You see, this is not just the hero's journey, it's many heroes' journeys. It's a complicated tale that weaves the fantasy and mystery of magic with the drama of political intrigue, and characters which seem to build somewhat slowly until all of a sudden you realize the little nuances and differences that make each player and each scene vital to the outcome of the end of the world. It's not just that there are many heroes, there are many sage characters as well, and in a brilliant twist, you get to become intimately familiar with all of their flaws too. There are heroes and villains and monsters as well. There are even a few cases where one person is all three at once. Now, I told you all of that to tell you this. The title of the Wheel of Time is straightforward, but also not. Somewhat like this video. The wheel itself represents the Wheel of Time, always turning but never reaching an end, just new beginnings. Behind the obviousness of this, almost overshadowed by the theme of time repeating itself as the wheel turns and ages come and go, lies another intricate truth about the wheel. It is the spinning wheel of a loom with which is woven the age lace, a beautifully delicate fabric that embodies not just life itself, but death as well. Each thread woven into this tapestry of time is a life lived, the interaction of those lives meeting and crossing each other, weaving into what is referred to as the pattern. When two people unite their lives, those threads continue on together until one or both are broken and a new thread is taken up. In this way, every person has a place and a path to follow through the pattern. When the complete pattern is viewed on a grander scale, it is plain to see organization brought from chaos, to see the pattern as it has always been and always will be, ever beautiful, ever changing, and never ending. Up close, however, things are not so cut and dry. Most threads are placed where they need to be to fit the pattern, and while in the living of your life it may feel chaotic, according to the wheel, you're always where you need to be. Unless you're near a Tavarine. And if you happen to be Tavarine, then I guess you could say that what you need will always be near you. More on that in a minute. But first, let's talk about another loom-related reference in Wheel of Time, weaving. Weaving is how the people of Wheel of Time refer to using magic with what they call weaves instead of spells. Each weave is made from specific combinations of elements woven together to do different things, from rip the ground out from under an enemy's feet, to healing, to traveling, a weave with which you can open a door to virtually anywhere, even your own dreams. In order to weave, a person has to draw on the source, also known as the One Power. While the One Power is just what it says, One Power, it does have two sides, male and female. In order for a male to use the One Power, he must wrestle the male half of the source, called Saidin, and force it to his will. On the other end of the spectrum, women draw on the female half of the source, called Saidar, which is done by surrendering to it and not trying to force anything. All of that said, while proportionally the men are said to be stronger in the power on a 1-to-1 ratio, there are certain restrictions that put both men and women on a level playing field at the end of the day, each with advantages and disadvantages. Their powers are relatively equal, but anything complicated or truly worthwhile is best and more easily done using Saidin and Saidar together. There's also another power called the True Power, which is tantamount to drawing power directly from the Dark One himself, and can easily destroy the mind of whoever tries to wield it. Anyone, hero or dark fiend, will burn themselves out and sever themselves from the source if they draw more of the power than they can safely handle. More on all this in another video. For now, let's finish what I was saying about Tavarine. There are several mentioned in the series, so let me explain what it is. The person who is Tavarine is one of the few people alive with true free will. Unlike other threads, which are tightly woven into their place in the pattern, it could be argued someone who is Tavarine alters the pattern around their thread. This causes the pattern to rearrange itself around these special people, sometimes leading to impossible odds hitting every time, and waves of good or bad luck, altering every thread they contact by forcing them to fit into the new pattern, constantly reweaving itself around the Tavarine. Although, in keeping with true Wheel of Time fashion, It could also be argued that the Tavarine has the least free will, and while everyone else is free to weave in and out of the pattern without much lasting significance, a person who is Tavarine is always where fate needs them to be, and the wheel will sometimes rearrange smaller parts of the pattern in order to put them in the right place at the right time. In this view, the Tavarine has no free will at all, but as they say, the wheel weaves what the wheel wills. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button too. There's plenty more to come, and on a side note, Wheel of Time TV show will be released on Amazon Prime, so I've included an affiliate link down below for anyone who isn't signed up for Prime yet and doesn't want to miss the show. Make sure you get signed up at the link below and take pleasure in knowing that when you sign up using it, you're helping contribute to the channel and helping me to continue bringing you these videos. As always, I'm Technivorous, and this was What You Need to Know.
And as always, guys, I am Technivorous. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button. You can subscribe right here by clicking on the icon. And I put a couple videos up in the corner. One of them is going to be my latest video, my latest upload. And the other one is going to be what YouTube recommends for you. So feel free to check those out. Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications down below. And we'll see you guys next time.